It's finally here. It's time for the summer movie season of 2022 to officially start. But before I continue on, I want to give a big shout out to the sponsor of this video, and that is NordPass. NordPass is a simple and intuitive password manager that keeps all of your passwords in one secure end location for your eyes only. Whether you're using Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, Amazon, Disney Plus, whatever kind of account that you have that has a password attached, NordPass has your back. But it also keeps intact your password health. So let's just say, for example, if your password is leaked, NordPass lets you know immediately so you can change your password right away. You can either make up your own password, or you can have NordPass randomly generate a bunch of passwords for you, which is what I did. Because here's the thing to you guys, don't do what I did and use the same password for 4 years across every single account that you have, because do not get me wrong guys, I get simplicity, but simplicity isn't always the way to go. There was an account that I didn't even know that I had, and NordPass said, hey, you might want to change this password just to let you know. And sure enough, I did. But wait for it and hold on to your butts, guys, because it's just getting better. With my deal or my coupon code AustinPutnam, you can save a lot, and I mean a lot, with a 2-year deal that includes 1 extra month. Yeah. And NordPass is so confident in the product that if you aren't satisfied in the product within 30 days, you can say, hey, I want to cancel and you get your money back guaranteed. Either go to the link in the description below or use my coupon code AustinPutnam for a huge discount. And once again, thank you so much to NordPass for sponsoring this video. I really appreciate it. Now it's time to get a little strange. So Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is the latest film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, when it comes to the plot of the film, I am going to be very, very vague, because if I say any more I'm about to say, well, I'm also going to be reading off of IMDb. If I say anything more than I'm about to read off of IMDb, it's going to be considered a huge spoiler, and do not worry before I continue on, speaking of which, there is not going to be any spoilers in this review. This is going to be completely spoiler free, so do not worry, you are safe with me. On entering the plot of IMDb, Dr. Stephen Strange casts a forbidden spell that opens the doorway to the multiverse, including alternative versions of himself, whose threat to humanity is too great for the combined forces of Strange, Wong, and I almost said Wanda Maximoff. Oh my god. And Wanda Maximoff. Alrighty guys, so let's get into Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Excellent!
I have been so excited for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. This was in my top 5 most anticipated movies of 2022, and I love the first movie. Now, originally, I did give that movie a 4 out of 5, but over time, that score has changed to like a 4.5, almost a 4.75 out of 5 stars. I love Doctor Strange. I was really worried when Scott Derrickson left over creative differences, because I thought he did such a great job. But then when I found out that Sam Raimi was coming on to direct it, I just thought, ooh, this could be really interesting. I love the Evil Dead films. I love the Spider-Man films. Well, my Spider-Man 3. Being a Sam Raimi fan, I only wanted one thing: a kinetic and an insane throw right through the multiverse. Oh my god, this movie. You want to talk about insane? I mean, holy shnikes. Going on to Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. Once again, he absolutely nails it as Doctor Strange. Now, once again, I can't say too much about his character in this movie, because he goes through, oh my god, seeing his character growth and how he learns this particular thing was honest to god, it was great. Elizabeth Olsen in this movie is so darn good, and I will say this much, guys, just to warn you all. If you haven't seen WandaVision, you might be a little bit confused of what's going on with her character. So trust me when I say this, watch WandaVision, because once you do and you go into this movie, you are in for one awesome character arc, and I will say this much when it comes to Wanda Maximoff in this movie. Now, her motivation, while it may be very maddening, given to what she wants to do, the motivation as to why she is doing her thing, it makes complete sense in all honesty. If you've listened to Sam Raimi's interviews, he said he wanted to make this more of a horror film. Imagine that horror twist on Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch does things in this movie that are absolutely insane. They're quite scary. One more character that I do want to talk about is Rachel McAdams as Christine. Now, once again, I can't say too much more about her character, because if I do, spoiler territory because there's a lot that she does. There's some awesome things. She does some pretty badass things in this movie. Going on to something else I really liked about this movie, or actually in fact I loved, and that is Sam Raimi's direction. One thing I will say I was a bit nervous about is because here's the thing. I have heard many people complain about this, and I completely get it. When a director comes onto a Marvel project, a lot of people say that when a director comes on board to a Marvel project, a lot of their stamp, a lot of their style is not present in the film. But I'm so happy to report this. Sam Raimi's footprints, his style, is throughout this entire film. This is probably the first time I can say this in a long time about an MCU film. First and foremost, this is a Sam Raimi film, MCU second, which I'm surprised that Kevin Feige let Sam Raimi go along with. Now, do not get me wrong, guys. At first, it does start off MCU-like, but the more it goes on, Sam Raimi's style just creeps more and more in there, and by the time the third act goes on, this is a bonkers Raimi film, and holy crap, it gets absolutely insane and quite literally into a journey of madness. Kevin Feige and Sam Raimi did say that they want to make this more of a horror film more than anything else. With Multiverse of Madness, the MCU does definitely step more into that direction. Let me tell you guys, there are sequences with Sam Raimi's directorial vision in which, oh my god, it gets, to say the least, batshit insane. Imagine an MCU film meets Evil Dead 2. That's the best way I can describe Multiverse of Madness without saying any more than that in terms of how Sam Raimi directs this film. There's a lot of Evil Dead 2 in this film, and how Sam Raimi moves the camera and how he interacts with the characters. At one particular sequence, it screams that, and I actually told a critic right next to me, "Oh my god, it's Evil Dead 2, oh my god!" But oh my god, Sam Raimi directs this film with such style, adrenaline, kinetic energy, and there are times where he just goes pedal to the metal, and there are some parts where, no joke, my jaw dropped. The action sequences are so much freaking fun in this movie. How they use the multiverse in this movie. There are so many jaw-dropping moments. In particular, there's a moment that involves Doctor Strange and a new character. If you've seen the trailers, you'll know who she is, but there's a sequence in this movie. It uses the creativity along with Raimi's style, and there's a lot of theories out there of what people are saying about this movie, and all I can say is this. Don't go in with your expectations so high in terms of what you think is going to be in the film. However, I will say this much. There are some awesome things that do happen. One in particular, I actually lost my shit during. It's a very vibrant looking film, and there are sometimes the visual effects. There's actually a scene where I just went, oh, that's awesome. Going on to the musical score by Danny Elfman, once again returns with Sam Raimi, and his score once again is absolute magic with this movie. It actually gets kind of brutal at times. Like, I was very surprised with a scene with how brutal it does get. Like, I was generally going like, oh my god, they did that. Yeah, it gets pretty violent, but as a fan of horror, very, very pleased with this.
Well, that's just fucking great!
With all that being said though, do I have my issues with this movie? Unfortunately, yes. Now, first of all, starting off with this. The script of this movie. Story issues and lacking quite a bit of substance. The script of this film, it's a kind of a messy script. There are things that happen in this movie that I am still kind of confused about right now as I am filming, because I did watch this movie last night. If you guys have not seen WandaVision, I'm just going to let you know right now, you might be very confused because WandaVision does tie directly into this movie. Watch WandaVision, or at least have a nice little recap video on YouTube before you watch this movie, because there are certain aspects that happen in WandaVision that if you have not seen, you might be a little bit lost, just to let you all know. There's a new character in this movie that does have a big role in this movie. I mean, she has a massive role in this movie. But unfortunately, in terms of the emotional gravity of her character, I just didn't feel that much of an attachment to this particular character. I'm not gonna lie, there are times this film does feel a tad bit rushed. Do not get me wrong. What we have here is such a fun roller coaster of a movie, but I do really feel like that at times this movie could have benefited with just slowing down and letting certain moments flesh out.
And here we go.
So overall, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is a kinetic thrill ride, and it's pure Sam Raimi. Now, do not get me wrong. The film does have its issues, but I cannot deny when I say this, I had such a great time, and this is a roller coaster that I cannot wait to go on once again. And yeah, seeing this on Friday night on IMAX, cannot wait. All in all, I'm gonna give Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness a 4 out of 5. Keep your expectations in check for this one because I'm seeing a lot of theories out there. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, it's fun to have theories, but I'm telling you all, go into this just expecting a kinetic thrill ride, and I think you'll have a great time with this one. So comment down below and let me know, out of all the current MCU films, which one is your favorite? Let me know below. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. I'm also on Snapchat, so if you guys want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links in the usernames in the description below. I hope you all enjoyed my review of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. If so, please hit that like button, also subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell for when my latest review goes live. If you guys want to see in my previous 2 reviews, please click either right there or right there. And of course, until my next review goes live, I will see you all next time.